This is going to be about secrets, as in big secrets, not confidential stuff. We all have our little confidential things, and we all need to respect each other's privacy and respect privacy in general. But when I'm talking about secrets, I'm talking about, like, conspiracy stuff, I guess you could say. I kind of want to avoid that word, and I don't really have anything to do with the conspiracy theory community because, hoo boy, stay away. Just stay away. But there is some really weird stuff going on, and so all you need to do is just be a normal person, create your own content, and talk to other people and bring back web rings. That's all you gotta do. And you will quickly recognize who is being honest and who is a shill, or a faker, or a spy, not real people. So, I think a lot of aspects of society are held back through corporate secrets, trade secrets. Something I heard was that when matches were invented, although inventions are probably not what we're told, they are probably not invented at the time or by the people claimed to have invented them, but I can't really dig into that right now. I don't know where to begin. I just kind of have guesswork to go off of for now, but when matches were invented, as the story goes, they were so significant that they were not patented. Now, in this world, with the way the world works, with money being king and plagiarism and stealing stuff is just so rampant and there's scammers everywhere, it makes sense that things like patents and copyrights are necessary for this world, but this world is doomed. We want to get out of the world. So, really, nobody knows how a Game Boy is made. Everything is compartmentalized. People only know how to do one tiny part of a bigger thing, and they don't know what the other parts are. They just know their job and what they're paid to do. Nobody knows how to build a computer from scratch. We just know that we gotta put the parts together and have it turn on and all that stuff. Nobody knows how to build an 8-bit function calculator from scratch. These things are like dirt cheap and ubiquitous, and we think nothing of them, but nobody can make one out of raw materials. Nobody knows how. It's a secret. Can you imagine what the world would be like if technology was not a secret and anybody could just make a crude phone or make a crude monitor or make a word processor? Just make technology at home with raw materials. Can you imagine what a world that would be like? I think we have that world to look forward to through Jesus Christ. And just imagine if society wasn't held back for shekels. Not only that, but the way industries seem to function, I'm not knowledgeable about this stuff. All I can do is point at it and go, that doesn't look right to me. I feel something weird here. Something just doesn't sit well with me. I can just point at things and say that. And just the idea that, say, a toy company has to manufacture a million bazillion thingamabobs and sell the bazillion thingamabobs, or if they do not sell them, they will immediately go out of business. Like, just doesn't that seem strange? You have to keep selling and selling or you go under. Just something does not seem right about that, although I think somebody else should take that topic and expand on it. That would be a great starting point for a knowledgeable person to come in and give their input. That's why we need to talk. That's why we need to make web rings. That's why we need to find other people, and that takes effort. Websites are made for shills. They are not made for real people. Real people are downvoted and harassed off websites, and search functions will only show the most popular results, and those upvotes are fake. They only show the most viewed. Again, those views are fake. And it is actively hiding real people content because of a million reasons. So, because search engines don't work, we have to do web rings again. And anyway, back to secrets. Jesus tells us, above all else, swear no oaths, and taking oaths seems to be what causes people to lose their soul, that changes them. There's even a theory, I wouldn't know about it, but it's just a theory I'm going to share, because you can always just repeat stuff you hear for other people to consider. So, I heard that when people take an oath, they get to kind of enjoy life, or, well, enjoy wealth and attention and fame for like 10 minutes, and then all of a sudden they're in hell. I don't see how anybody could get that information. It's just a rumor. It's just something people say. But, and after they lose their soul, they get replaced by an organic robotoid. Some other time I'll ramble about what I've heard about organic robotoids. I honestly have no idea. It could be possible. I don't know, but we're just going to share ideas, right? If it's interesting, I'll say it. And when people swear oaths, they change for the worse. they become cliquish. They become dead to the friends they've had before. And they will keep the secrets to the grave. And if the secret comes out, they pretend nothing happened. The show must go on. It doesn't matter what other people know is the truth. Even if the truth comes out, the people keeping secrets, they act like the truth never came out. They're just robots that can't break their routine. They lose their humanity if they ever had any to begin with. And here's a kind of an enraging example, but first you need to know that the news is fake. Cultures are fake, not all of them, but a lot of cultures you hear about are actually fake. And some other time I'll talk in depth about that, but I try to keep it under 5 minutes. And evolution is fake. You can start with examining pandas. That is a great starting point. Everyone's joking, oh, pandas look like drunk guys in fursuits. Many a truth is spoken in jest. So begin there. And so knowing that, and knowing that evolution is fake, and that news is fake, and there's so much to say, it would take forever, but a person could become racist by believing in lies. And a person, let's call them Betty and Albert. Okay, let's just say Betty believes the news and is outraged and is believing racist things, and Albert knows the truth, but Albert has taken an oath that he would defend the lies. And so Betty's saying racist stuff because she's got these false concepts in her head and she's completely lost. And Albert knows better, but he's sworn to defend the lies. So he just starts yelling ad hominems at Betty. He calls Betty horrible names. He never addresses the points Betty brings up, because Betty brings up points that came from the news. Oh, and they play games with the news too. I'll have to talk about that another time. It's a big thing. But, Betty cites her reasons why she's racist, and Albert just yells at Betty that she's an idiot. He calls her names. He threatens to punch her, and nothing gets accomplished. It's just nothing but a horrible, horrible mess. Who's going to get in bigger trouble, Albert or Betty? Now, Betty was misled, but Albert, he could have told Betty the truth. He could have sat Betty down and explained point by point, ripping all of her little arguments to pieces, that what she believes is wrong, and he could explain why, but Albert chose not to do that. Now, let's give this story a happy ending. Betty understood the error of her ways. Betty learned the truth through Jesus Christ. Betty now realizes why she believed that. She sees other people with the same problem she has, and now Betty is off to go tell people why it is wrong to believe those things, and Betty tries everything she can to get people to see the truth, but some people are shills. They will push the agenda, and a race war is on the list of agendas, and so Betty's combating that. And now Albert, he could have ended that whole thing a lot earlier, but Albert is the one in trouble, okay? So I think I'm just going to end this here.